Yeah, what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing out there today? Welcome back to Yankees Weekly, featuring my guy, Max Coverage TV, and yours truly, the Ace. Hope you guys have had yourselves a good Monday start to your work week. If it's been rough, we're here to make it better for you guys. A lot of things to talk about today for our New York Yankees. But before we get started, Max, my guy, how you living today?
Living great, man. Feeling 30, baby. Feeling 30.
Feeling 30.
Um,
Happy belated birthday, by the way. Make sure everybody drop those happy birthdays to Max in the chat.
Thank you, man. It was a great weekend. Yesterday Yankees were off, so enjoy the birthday. Went out to dinner. Had a fantastic steak, medium rare, by the way. If you don't like your steak medium rare, I don't know what you're doing with your
Oh
life.
yeah. Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Anything less than that, anything less or more than that is disgusting. People that have well done, they don't deserve steak. It's like eating a belt. So yeah, I'm right there with you.
Eating a
So
belt.
speaking of getting cooked, our New York Yankees got a little bit
Mm,
cooked this weekend. Nice little segue right there. Tough series we had versus the Boston Red Sox. We could talk about that real briefly before we go into the two huge topics of the biggest series of the year so far. Yankees
yep.
are a game and a half up, going against the Orioles, and we're getting some reinforcements on the way. But before we get started, Max, what were your thoughts on the Yankees Red Sox series? You missed one game. I missed a couple of those games. But what did you think overall?
Upsetting. We all walked into this series thinking we could sweep the Boston Red Sox. They've been, mediocre this season, but they actually, I think they're a couple of games back of the wild card now. They're not terrible, but we all walked in there saying, oh, we can sweep this series, no doubt about it. If not win the series, that's a definite. Well, we ended up losing the series. Um, Game 3 was the most frustrating one out of the three, in my opinion. I mean, 9 stolen bases, a Red Sox career high. You, I'm talking about the franchise record for the Red Sox, and you know how long the Red Sox has been in the MLB. I mean, that's just embarrassing to say the least. It was 6 stolen bases against Stroman, but Trevino had a tough night behind the dish, and the offense just really couldn't do anything. The fact that we had bases loaded, Gleyber Torres had a 3-0 count, no one out, couldn't get one run across. And I mean, that's just ridiculous. You can't have that. So I mean, frustrating loss, frustrating series loss, but hopefully back in the Bronx, the day off. Hopefully we can turn that page and, like you said, one of the biggest series, if not the biggest series of the season so far for the Yankees coming up tonight.
Yep, absolutely. I'm right there with you. Losing to the Red Sox stinks because we hate that team. And we are the better team. Unfortunately, they do tend to get up and want to play us. You know what I'm saying? It means more to them to beat us than, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And unfortunately, we couldn't get it done. Gleyber Torres had probably the worst at bat of the season. That, bases loaded, nobody out after Rizzo had just gotten hurt with a chance down by one, with a
Mm-hmm.
chance to really put some numbers up. And instead, he gets himself into a 3-0 count. I'm okay with you taking a pitch. I understand. But then you take a 3-1 fastball right down the middle. What are you looking for? Why are
Yeah.
you putting yourself in hitter's counts if you're not going to swing the bat? And then he swings at a terrible ball four, which would have gotten a run in. So it's like Gleyber Torres. I mean, we say it all the time in the show. I say it all the time in the live streams. I'm done with him, and it's getting to the
Mm.
point where Yankee fan base is about done with him as well. I always said I'm not getting rid of Gleyber for anybody, but at this point, I'm just like, bro, like anything has got to be better than what he's doing up there. And Jose Trevino, unfortunately, it was a marathon on him on Sunday. A lot of no throws. Like as a former catcher, it's not always on him. Like Stroman has to be a little bit quicker, which he has a little bit of a high
Yeah.
leg kick, stuff like that. But you got to be able to control the run game a little bit better than that. But that's really the reason why we lost. So it was just unfortunate.
Let me. Yeah, he's unplugging his stuff. Thank you, John, for letting us know. The boy wonder, I appreciate you, bro. Came across your Ben Rice episode. Just love the content. Now it came across, so I had to sub. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate. Does that sound a little better, John? Let me know. Um, but yeah, we're on to the Orioles. It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? As simple as
Mm-hmm.
that. And this is the most important series that's in front of us because we are sitting a game and a half ahead of them. and we can really, with a series win here, get some space between us. Because unfortunately, as hot as we've been, they've been just as hot as us too.
Mhm.
Like I think in this game and this stretch that we played against them, we've only gained. I mean, we actually lost a half a game. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like they gained a half a game on us as well as we've been playing. So it's like we have to definitely take advantage of it. We're not going against Corbin Burns. We're getting some reinforcements. Ben Rice is the big topic, but Gerrit Cole is coming back tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm all with it. So we got to
Mhm.
win. Let's go Yankees.
Yep. We like you said, we don't have to see Corbin Burns or Grayson Rodriguez in this series. Like the pitching matchup definitely has us the favor, in my opinion. I mean, we have, like you said, tonight we have Nestor Cortes, but tomorrow we have Gerrit Cole back making his season debut. I think roughly we'll see 90 pitches for him. And
Mm-hmm.
then game 3, we have Luis Heel. So that Cole and Heel back to back. Ooh, I cannot wait. So I think this this series by far, we have the better pitching matchups, and we're at home. We got to hold it down. They beat us in Baltimore 3 games out of 4 earlier this season when the Yankees weren't. I mean, they weren't like rolling like how we are right now. This has to go to the Yankees, especially we have to get some ground on the Orioles, man. If we come out here lose game 1, all of a sudden Orioles are a game or a half game back.
Yep.
So very
And,
very important.
Yep, and we got to come out strong because, granted, last thing you want to do is get swept and then you're losing. You're back in second place. You know, so we're
Yeah.
definitely going to have to, step it up. But yeah, big series, definitely a big series, and then going against Atlanta this weekend. Atlanta's struggling as well. So if the Yankees can get it done versus the Orioles, we might be able to put some ground, like I said, some big distance in between us and them. So
Yeah. So let's touch on the boy wonder. He says, go to show how strong our starting pitching in that Volpe, Soto, Judge, and Stanton combo had lead us to 50 wins. Yeah, like we touched on Glaber, Rizzo, DJ's been all quiet. Trevino's had a nice season at the plate. Behind the plate, throwing guys out is a different story, but with the bat, he's been doing great. Oswaldo, his playing time has diminished since DJ's been back. So let's see what Ben Rice has in store. But another boy wonder comment kind of segues us to what I wanted to touch on before we take any calls. I wanted to touch on this before we get anything going because it's kind of important news. Clayton Andrews has a locker at Yankee Stadium. So does Anthony Misivich. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. I always have trouble with his name. But both those guys have a locker in the stadium, which means 2 guys is most likely headed to the IL in the bullpen. So the bullpen has been rocky of late, struggling. Now some injuries are coming on. I think my guess, I only had one guess of who one of those names could be, and that's Tommy Kahnle. If
mm-hmm.
you've been watching Kahnle pitch since he's been off the IL,
Yep.
his fastball velocity is down 3 ticks from last season. He's averaging 92 miles per hour this season compared to 95 last. And that's always a big red flag for a relief pitcher or any pitcher that is. But dude, the second name, I was just sitting there like, who could it be? Do you have any idea? Do you have any added,
They just announced
ideas?
it. They just
Oh, did
announced
they?
it. Yep. Ian Hamilton on the 15 day
Oh,
and Cody Petit on the 15 day.
wow. So I was wrong.
So,
So
but Petit is a little bit understandable. Well, Petit 15 day it means he's hurt, but I imagine with Cole coming up, he was going to go down anyway, at some point. But yeah, prior to tonight's game, the Yankees made the following roster moves: called up Clayton Andrews from AAA, signed Anthony Mizowicz to the roster spot, signed infield catcher slash infielder Ben Rice, placed right-handed pitcher Ian Hamilton on the 15-day IL, retroactive to the 17th, which is yesterday.
mhm.
Placed Cody Petit on the 15-day IL, retroactive to the 15th, which was 3 days ago, with a right tricep strain. Also placed Anthony Rizzo on the 10-day IL, retroactive yesterday, with a right forearm fracture.
Okay. And
So Hamilton
additionally,
and yep.
a corresponding 40-man move will be announced later. So one more move is going to be announced later. So dang. So I thought it was Kahnle, but instead it's Ian Hamilton, one of the biggest arms in our pen. And Poteet, I did not expect him to be hurt. I thought he was just going to be placed back down because of the Cole. So there you go, everyone. There's the updated the news with the Yankees and why they call up Clayton Andrews and Anthony Misivich. Any first thoughts for you, Ace? What
We're
do you think?
first thoughts is I know we're slaughtering his name. Like,
I think I actually looked it up. I
isn't
googled
it
it how to pronounce
Misowicz?
Misivwich. I have no idea, but I think that's as close as I can get.
Yeah,
So
it looks like Misowicz to me. Misowicz.
yeah.
So, but first thoughts overall, Ian Hamilton is a big loss. Obviously, he's got a lot of work. Hopefully, it's nothing too big. 15-day isn't that big of a deal, especially like me and you had talked about before off stream. Yankees have a couple of days off coming up consecutively with some Mondays, so
Hmm.
that 15-day it'll be here and gone before you know it. Cody Petit. Once Gerrit Cole got back, it was kind of hard to see a spot for him. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but he's pitched really well for us. He's given us some solid innings. But, bringing up Clayton Andrews, who absolutely stunk the last time we saw
Oh
him,
God, man.
and Misowicz, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen Ron Marinaccio go down looking bad, and then he's come up and look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one thing Matt Blake knows how to do is coach these guys up. So you just really never know at the end of the day. We just have to hope for the best. But I was right there with you with the Tommy Kahnle take because I saw the same thing you saw. 3 miles per hour lower is a big difference, especially when you're a fastball changeup type pitcher. You're now making that changeup a lot closer to fastball, so therefore your changeup is not as deadly. So,
Yeah.
and he has been struggling, but we'll see what happens. But obviously, the big move is number 93. Ben Rice is getting called up. He is a catcher and a first baseman. Expect him to probably play predominantly first base, because we already have Trevino and Austin Wells. But this is a good opportunity for him. I was one of the people that did not think that he was going to get called up this early. Not saying that he didn't deserve it, but he's been tearing up AAA. And they sped him up here, obviously, due to the Rizzo injury. Hopefully he plays tonight and could give some sort of spark, that left-handed bat that does have some pop with it as well. So, hopefully, he picks up. I mean, he can't do any worse than Rizzo, in my opinion. So Rizzo's been having a shit year, so he can't do any worse.
Yeah, I mean, to FJE's comment right here, let me bring it back up on the screen. So Ben Rice is going to be playing first base. I think they already said that he's going to be playing more against the right-handed pitching, and DJ LeMahieu would be going against lefty because Ben Rice is a lefty hitter. So that's what they came out and said today. So I think that we might see Ben Rice make his debut tonight. If that's the case, because Albert Suarez is a right-handed pitcher for the Orioles. He's going to be on the mound, and it just lines up to Ben Rice being in the lineup tonight, which I'm sure they'll drop the lineup tonight whenever we are live. So we'll definitely bring it up as the show goes on. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun to watch. There's gonna be a tough little transition for Ben Rice. Maybe he just goes out there and balls out. But I hope the fans don't jump on him if he struggles for the first couple of games that he's up here. Just gotta be patient with these guys after they just get called up.
Yep.
So.
But this is a good opportunity for him. You got to take advantage of your playing time. Come up here and just do well, do your job, and just see how it goes. Defensively, he's not as good as Rizzo. Rizzo's been a little bit down defensively, but as long as he can be somewhat decent, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. Dr. Van saying is pronounced Misevich. Anthony Misevich. Okay.
Still
thank
doesn't
you,
look
Dr.
like that,
Van.
but thank you, Dr. Van.
It's been a tough. I remember last year when we claimed him off the Tigers, I was like, oh, this name is gonna kill me, man.
Let's just call him Anthony.
Yeah. Anthony M.
Exactly.
Let's take the first call though. We got our guy NY Giants for life. He's on cam too. So welcome in.
What up, Ace? What up, Max?
What up, dude? First time seeing you. Now I get to put a face to a name. How you living?
I'm doing good. I was trying to wait to put my camera on until I got a Yankees hat, but it hasn't come in yet.
Oh, you're good. You're repping the Knicks. I see you. So how you feeling about Ben Rice, the call-up? Are you excited? What's your first thoughts on Ben Rice?
I'm excited Ben Rice is the one that got the call up, but I did think they were either just going to roll DJ at first with Waldo at third or bring up Rumfield instead for his defense at first. That's what I thought was going to happen, but I was hoping it was Rice, so I'm excited for his debut.
Yeah. I mean, I was right there with you. I didn't think, like Max and I, were talking in our group chat. I didn't think Ben Rice was going to get the call this early, to be honest with you. Like, I thought they were going to go bring up another infielder. I thought that LeMahieu was going to get the majority starts at first, and Cabrera is going to be at third. But what this tells me is Oswaldo Cabrera is not getting any playing time, no matter what, because DJ is going to be at third, Ben Rice is going to be at first, and Waldo can't buy himself playing time. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you.
Well, I don't think they'll have DJ playing every day because I know DJ got a rest day the other day as well.
Yeah.
They might still have Waldo play third every few days.
Yeah.
Well, they said that, DJ was not going to be in the lineup for the right-handed pitching. Oswaldo hits better from the left side. So maybe we won't see DJ versus righties that much, which I wouldn't mind seeing Cabrera on third and Ben Rice on first.
Yeah.
The corners have been kind of hard to gauge this season, it seems like. Rizzo's like the boy Wonder says, Rizzo's offensively he's been suspect and defensively too, but Cabrera's started hot, then he started fizzling out, then his playing time got cut in half because of LeMahieu being back. I mean, now Cabrera, he has another opportunity here with Rizzo being gone, and we all see Cabrera can hit better from the left side, so maybe they want to go that route, but we'll see.
Yeah, and then not to mention too, DJ LeMahieu hasn't had an extra base hit all season.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot one.
That's just crazy to me, honestly. So that's sad.
To be honest, granted, he kind of still just got back. He hasn't been playing that long, so it's like he's been playing all season. But then it figures on Sunday, what's frustrating is he finally hits one to the outfield, right, when it's 2 outs. When the base is loaded, when we had nobody out, So, frustrating team, but hopefully, these young kids can rejuvenate. I'm all for baseball as a sport where young kids can come in and contribute. We saw a couple years ago when Oswaldo Cabrera came in, defensively, he gave the team a spark. Ben Rice can come up, do the same thing. Volpe can do the same thing as well. And then you add the solidified bats like Judge, Soto, Verdugo, because let's be honest, our outfield has been our biggest strength. Our infield outside of Anthony Volpe are a bunch of question marks, especially this year. Gleyber Torres, you guys already know how I feel about him. Third base, we just don't really know. First base, Rizzo, just after that, it's just so weird. Because it's like he was like the hottest man on the planet, pause, when he was before that Tatis injury. And then all of a sudden, it's like a complete 180. Like, who is this guy that we're watching? His offense and his defense has stunk since that point last year. And it's just, I don't get the falling off the cliff. And our catchers have been, I want to see Wells get the majority of time at this point, because Wells is notoriously known slow starter. Just give him the time. I get it. Trevino's a platinum glove player, but he did get exposed the other day. Like, to Robert's question earlier, did the Yankees get exposed by the Red Sox? I would say no, because there are other teams that we faced that were speedsters. Like Kansas City are very fast. We were able to control them. I just think it was a perfect combination of going against a fast team with a slow delivery pitcher and a catcher whose arms is just a noodle at this point.
Yeah. Hold on. Mario just dropped some news. Gary Phillips posted on I don't know if it's on Twitter or not. I'm trying to find out, but right now it says Ian Hamilton no throw for 3 to 4 weeks. Cody Poteet no throw 1 to 2 weeks. Jason Dominguez still awaiting MRI results. Scott Efros, JT Brubaker start rehab assignments tomorrow in Tampa, and Anthony Rizzo won't be back in games for 8 weeks. Wow.
They said a fracture is like 4 to 6 weeks. So to heal that, so expect 15-day IL is just the start. Obviously, they can put him on, they can transfer, they can continue to have it going and stuff like that. But he won't be back in 15 days. So
definitely.
The boy wonder.
I said pause. There you go.
I know. I'm trying to find it. It looks like he tweeted it out, but I don't see it on his Twitter.
Yeah. So Giants for life. What are your thoughts going into this Orioles series? What do you think about the state of the Yankees and how important this series is?
Well, like you said before, the Orioles are on fire right now, just staying behind us no matter what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So I am excited for this series. Both teams have concerning injuries through their pitching staffs. So I don't know, like our starters I think we have the advantage with them missing multiple starters. But I'm still concerned because it's still going to be tough to pitch to them because just like the Red Sox, they normally play us well recently. So that concerns me for this series because, in my opinion, this is a must-win.
Yeah,
I'm concerned with the bullpen now. Honestly, this kind of is a huge red flag for me. The Orioles are a tough team offensively. They have the most home runs in the league. They have the best slug in the league. Like, this team can crush the ball. Santander has been on fire lately. We already know about Gunnar Henderson having an MVP kind of season. Adley Rutschman, you already know how phenomenal. One of probably the best catcher in the league right now. This team scares me, and if the bullpen is going to be banged up heading into this series, I'm a little concerned now, honestly.
Yeah, I like Adley too. He's definitely a guy I would love to see on the Yankees. That'd be, crazy. But yeah, I mean, the bullpen's getting banged up, and these guys are, the wear and tear of the baseball season. But you know what? Next man up. It gives the opportunity for some of these other guys to step up. Clayton Andrews, we saw, was terrible for us last time. Hopefully, a second stint up. Maybe he does something different. Like I was saying, it happened with Ron Marinaccio. He looked terrible, and he came up and second time and settled down. But Baltimore's a good team. This is why, and the fact that the schedules have changed so much and we're not playing division rivals as much as we are, it makes this series this much more important because we lost 3 out of 4 to them already. If we would have split, it'd be a different story. We need a series win this series, and now we're back in the Bronx after a day off. Hopefully the Yankees can go out there and dominate.
Yeah, Dr. Van said Ali crushes lefties too, so watch out, Nestor Cortes. Yeah, that's yeah.
But Nestor does pitch better at home though, so
he does. 1.77 ERA at home, but this month he has a 4.86 ERA. So let's see what kind of Nestor we get tonight. Thanks for calling in, Giants fan for live. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, dude.
Yep, I'll see both of you next week, and I'll be in one of your streams tonight.
Thanks.
All right, appreciate you. Yeah, man. This series is so this one's gonna be a tough one, bro.
It's gonna feel like a playoffs. Like we've had the last 3 series for the Yankees. The Dodgers felt like a playoff atmosphere. The Red Sox are our rivals, so it feels like a playoff atmosphere. And this one is going to feel like a playoff atmosphere. And we got to get up. We got to get out there early. The Yankees lead the league in runs scored in the first inning. We have to go out there in the first inning and set the tone right away.
Mm-hmm. Ken says over half of the stolen bases against the Yankees were because the pitchers can't hold anyone on. What did you expect Trevino to do? If Wells is behind the dish, he's airmailing and throws the judge. We've seen that happen too, but I mean but listen, 9 stolen bases. That's ridiculous. It's
about 5 of them were no throws, or he had like no shot. So
yeah, that's just uncalled for. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's not all on Trevino. We already said, Stroman, it was 6 against him while he was on the mound. So, but we got to be better. And hopefully that does not expose us for another quick team. I mean, the Orioles can run too. So hopefully the Red Sox didn't alert the whole freaking league about what we see every night is our catchers, pitchers. It's tough for us to get these guys out when they try to steal second base.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think that's the case because people know what they know at this point. Like other teams have tried. They're just getting held on in different ways. Like I said, it was a perfect mix of, Stroman slow delivery. Trevino doesn't have the best arm and going against fast teams. Not a lot of teams have that ability to be able to do that, but we'll see what happens. But it's going to be up to the pitchers to hold them on. You get 2 disengagements and you have to use them wisely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're all waiting for the lineup. It's coming out soon, so we'll see how the lineup is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like I'll accept the stolen base, but 9. I mean, 2, 3, okay, but 9. We're talking about 9. Like I personally haven't seen that happen. I mean, David Hamilton had 5 by himself, which is unbelievable.
So do you think catchers a point of heading into the deadline, something the Yankees could look at? Because Wells is up here, Trevino's up here. Rice has the ability to play catcher, but obviously he's going to be playing first to start. So it's like, what's the solution? We got a lot of question marks. Do you send Wells back down and try to bring yourself a catcher that can help you win now?
No, I wouldn't. I don't think they're going to make a move catching wise. I think there's other concerns now. Bullpen would be my number one. Has been my number one, but especially now with Ian Hamilton, he's not throwing a ball for a month, so he's probably out for could be up to 2 months.
Yep,
and that's one of our best arms in the bullpen.
Yep.
So bullpen would be my first thing, and I don't think catching right now. I think this is what's going to happen with the Yankees. They bring in Ben Rice. If he struggles, you definitely have to make a move for a first baseman at the trade deadline. I think it's a perfect call for the Yankees. You bring him up. You have till July 30th. If he doesn't do well, if he struggles, then you can just send him back down, and then you have to make a move because Rizzo, he's out for at least 2 months.
Yep.
That's my thought.
Yeah, like me and you were having a conversation in our group chat where my biggest fear would have been, like, we still have about a little over a month before the trade deadline, which Max and myself could possibly be doing a show as well. So make sure you guys look out for that. My biggest fear was that some of these guys would start getting hot at kind of like the wrong time. Like Rizzo would get hot, or, like LeMahieu would get really hot, and the Yankees would be like, okay, we're good. We don't need to go out and bring anybody in. And then after the deadline, they get back to form, and it's like, damn, I wish we would have brought some people back in. But now that Rizzo's gone, this is going to be a big evaluation time for Ben Rice. If he can get off to a hot start, we might not need to go out and get somebody. And then if Rizzo does come back, you might want to think about sending Jahmai Jones back down, keeping Ben Rice back up, because like Jahmai Jones isn't really doing anything either. I mean, he's that ultra utility guy, but you got, Cabrera that can do the same thing. But we have a lot of holes in the infield outside of Volpe. Like I said, a lot of question marks. Like, I would want to see from this point on until the trade deadline, I want to see Wells and Cabrera get play every day. That's where I'm at. The majority of the time you're facing right-handed pitchers, I want to see Wells get the majority of the pitcher, the majority of days, and I want to see Cabrera playing every day. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Imari keeps bringing up Ryan McMahon. I would love Ryan McMahon, honestly, but I don't think the Rockies are going to trade him. If they do, they're going to want a huge package. Pause. Huge package back for. I mean, let's be honest. Ryan McMahon would be amazing here. I just personally think the Rockies aren't going to make the move. Now, if we do make the move, who are we giving up? But he would be a great trade piece that we can get. I've been hearing the name a lot. I just personally think the Rockies aren't going to make that move. But yeah, baseball's asking.
Yeah, I just messaged him on there.
Okay.
But yeah, pitching is what you can always use bullpen arms, and apparently now we can really use bullpen arms. So
yeah,
expect the Yankees to be aggressive. Does that mean we're going to go out and get Mason Miller? I don't think so. I think his asking price is still going to be too high. But we'll have to see which arms they decide to add at the end of the day. So
yeah, appreciate you, New York Jets fan. Thank you, man. Yeah, I like Yowie Wowie saying Spencer Jones will be. I'm not trading Spencer Jones for Mason Miller. I'm sorry.
I'm not trading Spencer Jones for nobody at this point. If they didn't do it for I think you had mentioned this. If you didn't do it for Corbin Burns, who are you going to do it for? Like, no, I'm not going to do it.
I know Mason Miller has more years of control. Corbin Burns is a free agent after this season. I get it, but you're talking about Corbin Burns, one of the best pitchers in baseball. I mean, you've seen what he's doing with the Orioles this season, putting together a nice little, season together. And if they didn't make the move for him, I don't know. I wouldn't do it for Mason Miller, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we have a couple of people backstage. We got Javier. What's up, Javier?
What's up? Glad to be on your show.
Thank you. What's your first thought? What's on your mind?
First thought is that happy birthday, Max.
Thank you.
And I am excited for this series against the Orioles.
Mm-hmm.
This series is going to be tough. You had the Dodgers series. It was like a World Series preview. Then you had the Red Sox, which was kind of a playoff preview, and now you have the Orioles, which I'm thinking that it could be ALDS and or ALCS preview.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, this is definitely. I think this might be an ALCS preview. Honestly, if you're looking at the AL right now, I think the Yankees and the Orioles are the top two teams. And they already had us in Baltimore. They beat us 3 games out of 4. So now
I'm on right now.
now it's our turn to take care of them in the Bronx.
Oh, I agree. And speaking of which, in the first series, we lost 3 out of 4. So I'm hoping that we could take 2 out of 3 or maybe sweep them. Who knows?
That's a oof.
If we sweep them, we gonna be living on a high.
Yeah, but that's a big ass though. Like, 2 out of 3 would be great, especially in the Bronx. But a sweep is definitely
Yeah. What do you think about Ben Rice?
Ben Rice, him being called up, I am excited to see what he can do. I am not trashing on him because this is only his first game, but I'm hoping to see what he can do in place of Rizzo during his injury.
Yeah. I think we're all excited to see Rice. It kind of gives us a little breath of fresh air, walking into this series with Rice. Rizzo's been tough this season, and a lot of people have already been calling for Rice. And now Rizzo being hurt, this is the time, Everyone kind of got what they wanted. So,
yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Javier. We got a couple more callers backstage,
Appreciate
but thanks
you,
for calling in.
Nice to meet you.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we had Ken backstage. I think he left though, but
Okay.
Call back in, Ken. I know Ken. I want to hear Ken because he's a little ticked off. He wants TJ Rumsfeld. He wants him up here, and I want more Ken, his take on it, because he's saying Rumsfeld is more of a first baseman than Ben Rice is.
I mean, Rice is, dude. He's tearing it up. He's played what? How many games in the minors? About 12, they said, or he's been up there for a couple weeks, and he immediately, like a lot of guys come up there and they struggle. He didn't. He started playing really, really well immediately. So, give him a shot. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to happen, but the Yankees decided to give it a shot, and let's hope it works out.
Yeah, let me bring it up real quick. Bringing up Ben Rice's stats from the minors so far this season. So here it is right here. This season, AAA, he's hitting 333, 440 on base percentage with a 619 slug. Only 11 games, small sample size. But I mean, bro, he's taken all the opportunities he's had this season. He's taken and ran with it, bro. I mean, he hit 261 in AAA, 49 games, and then it's a smaller sample size, but he was doing better in AAA with more tougher opponents.
Yeah, sometimes people excel at that. So,
yeah.
I hope he does well. Like I said, because we need it. We definitely need it.
Yep. Rice is fresh. Rizzo gone stale. Rizzo needs some time to rest. Yeah, David. Exactly. It's a fresh feeling heading into this series with Rice, and all the fans wanted him up, so they did it. Now it's time to see how he does. We're still waiting on the lineup, so we don't know where Rice is going to be hitting.
What do you think it will be?
Oh, probably 9th. I would assume.
Oh no, I'm saying the entire lineup. What do you think it will be tonight?
It'll be Volpe, of course, Soto, Judge, Stanton, Verdugo.
Probably Verdugo, Stanton. Just split the
probably
righties
maybe
put a righty up there.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if DJ is going to be in the lineup tonight. If they want Cabrera and Rice in there, so I would assume it'll be Glaber,
Stanton, or Rizzo. Glaber after Stanton or Verdugo, whichever they swap. Then you're probably seeing Cabrera. I would say Wells is probably getting the start today because, especially after Wells is due, and then especially after how bad Trevino was
Well, Wells is
Sunday,
lefty too, so they're gonna put in a lot of the lefties versus the righty today.
Yep.
That's my thought. So that's what I would think. I would think it's like you said, after Stanton or Verdugo, it'll be Glaber, it'll be Cabrera, Wells, and then Ben Rice. That would be my
Yeah.
guess.
What I might do is I might keep Cabrera. I might move Wells up to 7, Cabrera down to 8, just so you split the lefties. Because Cabrera's a switch hitter. You know, like last thing you want to do is at the end of the game, you bring in a lefty guy, and he's going to be facing Wells. He's going to be facing Wells, Rice, Volpe, and then Soto. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely want to split that lefty up. So, me personally, I would probably go Volpe, Soto, Judge, Verdugo, Stanton, Glaber, Wells, Cabrera, Rice. That's what I would go tonight.
Yeah. We should see. We should find out soon.
Could it be
Mario
Trent
said
Grisham
it could
tonight?
be Trent Grisham.
For
I don't
what?
think so. Not off a off day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I hope not. I hope not. I mean, imagine if we walk in tonight with Grisham, Ben Rice, Cabrera, Wells. I'm a little scared.
Too many
Honestly.
question marks. Feels like
Yeah.
feels like a punt lineup.
Yeah, feels like a spring training lineup, honestly.
Yeah.
FJ says Rumfield is a regular at first base. Yeah, that's what Ken was saying. I mean, we've seen a little bit of a Rumfield in spring training. He's not bad at all, but obviously they want to go with Rice. The lineup drop.
Yep. Volpe, Soto, Judge, Verdugo, Stanton, Ben Rice behind Stanton. Okay. Glaber Torres, Wells, LeMahieu. So no Cabrera tonight.
Okay.
So once again, Volpe, Soto, Judge, Verdugo, Stanton, Rice, Glaber, Wells, and LeMahieu.
Who tweeted that out?
I got an update from MLB.
Okay.
The anytime the Yankees lineup card submitted this on MLB.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to hit Twitter. I can bring it up on the screen.
So Rice in a 6 hole, not what we expected.
Okay. I mean,
Got an opportunity. So
yeah. Interesting.
yeah, I'm still a little like I said, I don't think, like I had said earlier, dude, they're doing anything they can to keep Cabrera out of this lineup. I'm telling you, man, like Cabrera is not getting a fair shot.
Yeah, I'm shocked that he's in the lineup, honestly.
Yeah, especially
I'm
with the
shocked.
righty up, like you said.
Yeah. I feel bad for the guy.
Me too, dude.
Like, have you seen like Cabrera? Like even the pitches that he doesn't get a hit on, he still sends them to the outfield at least. Like
He's
he still
driving.
gets good contacts on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that seniority. Yeah, I guess that's what they're doing with DJ LeMahieu. But
watch it. I mean, you know what happened last time? We talked shit about a certain player on the Yankees.
Oh,
He
God.
ended up hitting a home run. So maybe LeMahieu shuts us up tonight with a 3-run home run.
You're gonna have that hello darkness, my old friend.
Exactly. So DJ's like, oh, you guys say I shouldn't play? I can't hit an extra base hit. Well, here's a 4-bagger right there.
Watch him. He's due for one, but I expected him to just go out. Yeah, I didn't know I don't think anybody.
Yeah. I don't think anybody expected him to 6-hole. No. Because that's a good spot where you kind of, especially with Stanton in front of you, Stanton, it's a good time to turn the lineup over. So that's when you kind of want a guy that can reach base again, and then guys behind him to kind of bring him in. So it's kind of unexpected for him to be in the 6th spot. But I hope it works out for him tonight. But it's good that he's getting brought up immediately, and he's going to be playing immediately.
Yep. Yahweh always says, can we trade Peraza? Yeah, we could definitely trade Peraza, but
isn't he still hurt?
I don't know. I would assume so. He hasn't. Has he? Let me look it up real quick. Has he even played?
Me and my nephew talking about it yesterday. He's like, he could have swore Peraza is back, and I'm like, I haven't heard anything about him being back. If he's back, he's not doing shit because I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, he is playing. Let's see. Let me pull it. Let me just look at it real quick. He has 24 games in AAA, and he's hitting 169. God, man.
So he's not doing anything. What a waste.
The guy has had a tough. He's had a tough little stint, man. He really has.
Well, but the thing about it is with Peraza, he's been given every opportunity to succeed. He's just cost himself at every turn. Like if he would have tied Volpe last year, he probably would have beat him out. But Volpe beat him out by a lot to get that job. And then, obviously injuries are out of your control, stuff like that. But he's just some players just don't pan out. And you know what? I'd rather trade for him when his value's high. Hopefully he gets it going. What's up, Joe? Thanks for
What up,
popping
Joe?
in. And I don't know. Praz is definitely gonna be some nice trade bait.
Yeah. Joe, you want to call in, bro? Come on. Come on
Call in,
up.
Joe.
I know you got some thoughts about this Ben Rice and stuff like that. There's the link if you want to join. But there's the lineup finally on the screen for everybody. Volpe, Soto, Judge, Verdugo, Stanton, Rice, Torres, Wells, DJ, with Cortez towing the slab.
Like I said, I am really shocked that Cabrera's not playing now. Like the Yankees are doing everything they can to not because like I say, he got off to the hottest start that you could possibly ask from him, and then they've taken every precaution to kind of just dial him back, starting with that Marlins series. Like he's a young player, play him every day.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad for him, man. Let me look up his stats real quick. Cabrera.
Nah, but like you were saying, even when he's getting out, he's driving into the outfield, and then every now and again he'll pop one out, but it's like
the advanced stats aren't pretty on Cabrera, but you can't really blame the guy, man. He's not getting everyday play. Like, I mean, they still look better than DJ, but DJ, like you gotta be patient with DJ. He didn't have any spring training. He missed 55 games, but I mean, we gotta produce. We gotta get some runs going.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Biggest difference in this series coming up, Aaron Judge is the MVP this series. Like he was still trying to find himself a little bit the first time we faced him, but he's the hottest hitter on the planet right now, so look for Judge and Soto to carry us, and I think the Yankees can get this series in the Bronx. So I'm not gonna say we're gonna sweep them, but I'd like to see 2 out of 3.
Oh yeah, I mean sweeping it's gonna be difficult against this tough team. If we do it, then like I said, we all gonna be on to the Braves on a high note, what I'm saying, this weekend. We got a tough week of baseball ahead, everybody. I mean, the Braves, they've been struggling of late, but now they're starting to turning the page for them. Their offense is starting to get hot. And we got the Orioles and the Braves this week, so it's going to be a very tough week of baseball. Angela says, since Rice has catcher eligibility, I wouldn't be surprised to see him occasionally behind the plate. Maybe he can cut down on the steals. Oh, we'll see. I don't think that's going to be the case.
I don't think right away either. Not with Wells and Trevino.
Yeah, because exactly. We have those two guys. And, I don't, knock on wood, no one else gets hurt at this point. But, yeah, I think he's going to be mainly first base just because of Rizzo's injury. Yeah.
Which is what we need. He got called up to be first base. So, play him out there every day. And, the one thing I will say about this Yankee team feels a lot different than years past. We've said that, but in different ways as well, because how often have we seen the lineup the same way almost every single night? There's a reason why our bench guys aren't getting a lot of play, because our main guys are playing every single day. And how many times in the past have the Yankees called up a young kid like Ben Rice up immediately? You know what I'm saying? Like it just feels different. The dynamic of the team definitely feels different. I hope Rice comes up and contributes.
Yep. I mean, last year, it was probably like around September is when they started calling up Dominguez. Wasn't it like September when Dominguez was up last year?
Pereira was first, and then Dominguez came up after that. Yeah.
Which it sucks for Pereira as well. If you didn't know, Pereira is going through Tommy John surgery, so another tough break for him as well, man.
He was definitely a trade piece as well, because he doesn't have a spot on the roster. He was definitely someone that was going to get traded away as well.
Yeah. So let me bring up that comment again, because someone was saying it's going to be Vivas, and there it is, FJE's comment, Peraza and Vivas, but we can't roll out Caleb Durbin either. Durbin's been playing really well, really freaking well. Hitting .299 in 47 games with AAA this season, 458 slug, 871 OPS with 3 home runs with 20 stolen bases as well. Durbin's been great, so he's going to be battling as well for that second base spot. I was going to bring up some Cortes while we're going to take a couple of more calls. We're going to probably go off for another 15 minutes or so, but there's a link right there. Ace is dropping it. I was going to bring up some Cortes stats real quick since he's on the mound tonight and just kind of break him down. He's been kind of up and down this season, and we already touched on it earlier, but he's been kind of down in the month of June, and we need him coming out to a good start tonight, because if not, if we lose game 1 tonight, Ace, I'm gonna be a little ticked off, bro, especially after the weekend that we just had.
Depends how we lose game 1.
Yeah.
It depends to me how we lose it. Like, can't go out there expecting to win every game, but if we are out there, we get routed again, like we did against Boston, then I'm going to be a little annoyed. But, we'll see what happens.
So this is Cortez's splits right here. Home games, he's 3-2 with a 1.77 ERA, 7 starts. 64 strikeouts, only 6 walks, bro. The whip is great. 0.81 whip. This is the Cortes I hope we see tonight. Now, This is the Cortes that scares me. In June, the 3 starts, 4.86 ERA, 4 home runs allowed, bro, and 3 starts. 13 strikeouts, 3 walks with a 1.38 whip. That's what he's been doing lately.
Yeah. Also, to all those that are panicking about the stolen base and stuff like that, a lot of that's negated with the lefties up there. When Rodon and Cortes are up there, you don't see as many steals. So we'll see. Maybe that'll cut down on the run game tonight with Cortes, but he's definitely been our worst starter. He definitely has easily been our worst starter. So we'll see if he could play well, which he plays well in Yankee Stadium, and we'll see if we can get some run support. Let's get those bats going tonight, because like Max had alluded to earlier, we're not going against Burns, we're not going against Rodriguez this time. Let's get those bats going.
Yep, we're going against Suarez, Povich, and Cole Irving for the Orioles.
Yep. So we're gonna have Gerrit Cole back. So let's talk about that for a second. What do you expect to see out of Gerrit Cole realistically for his first start of the year?
I think it's going to be a 90 pitch limit. Some people are going to be upset about it because he might be dealing. He might be in the 5th inning with 11 strikeouts, and then they pull him at 90. We'll just be prepared for that, guys, because that's what happens when pitchers are going to be coming off of a injury like his, and when you're ramping up a arm like Cole. The first rehab start, I think he threw like 40 pitches. The next rehab start was 60. Then he threw 70. All right, so I think the next step is going to be 90 pitches. It's going to be a tough team he's going against, but it's Gerrit Cole at the end of the day. It's the best pitcher in baseball when he's fully healthy. He's coming off a Cy Young award. I think he's going to do well. I do think he might only give us 5 innings. But if he gives us 5 innings with 7 strikeouts, I'll take it. Depending, he's going to keep the ball in the park, and I can't wait to hear the crowd. I can't wait to see how packed it is on tomorrow's game, because the Bronx is going to be packed.
Yep.
Cole's first start, but I think he's going to give us 5. Give me 7 strikeouts for Cole, and hopefully only 3 hits allowed, no runs, 1 walk. He'll have 1 walk. That's my guess.
Then we got who on Thursday? Luis.
Yep.
So if Cortes can steal a game tonight, it could be boding well. You know what I'm saying? Luis Hill, he did okay in his last start. Wasn't terrible, but he still got the W at the end of the day. He did it. His control was a little bit off, but the velocity and stuff was still there. But that'd be a nice 1-2 punch though. Gerrit Cole and Luis Hill, dude. Like,
I know.
And I think Gerrit Cole comes out. I want to see about 5 strong. That's what I want to see. Maybe 1 run given up, because Cole does tend to give up a couple in his first outing, and this is his first outing of the year. And then on top of that, he's battling the max coverage curse as well. So, we'll see. The game will be on Amazon tomorrow. Max and myself will be calling it as well. But I want to see a strong 5 innings from Cole. He doesn't have to get the W, doesn't have to get the loss. Just give us 5 strong innings, and look, I want to see the velocity up there, the command up there as well, and most part, I want to see him get out of there healthy. That's the biggest thing.
Well, that's the most important thing. Like you just touched on the velocity. Where's his fastball? It's been sitting at a 96. So so far so good. You know what I'm saying? If he's going to be out there 96, 97 velocity on the fastball, that's what we want to look at, for a guy making his first big league start coming off his injury. Where's his fastball going to be sitting at? How is he going to recover? But like I said, 90 pitches will probably be the high, the limit. So I just don't want people to get frustrated if he's dealing. Even if he's throwing a no-hitter, everybody. If he's throwing a no-hitter, they're gonna still pull him out at 90 pitches because
Even
it's
you and I
all.
are gonna be like, oh.
Oh yeah, it's gonna suck. Don't get me wrong, but they do this before they take the mound. They're saying, "Hey Cole, you're on a 90 pitch limit." So that's just you got to be careful with Gerrit Cole, especially a guy like him. You got to be careful.
Yep. Especially like him coming back at the point where he's come back. First of all, let's be grateful that he wasn't out for the season. That's one thing, because a lot of us, when that first happened, didn't expect to see him at all. So it's good that he'll be back out there, and where he's coming back can be a nice little run for us that really gets us going, and a deep run into the postseason.
Yep. I can't wait, bro. We both been waiting for Cole to be back. Sadly, I won't probably see him in Tampa because I counted the days, and I'm like, damn, I think he's gonna pitch like right before the Tampa series. That sucks, but
So who's due to pitch? So Luis Hill's due to pitch for you.
I probably will see Luis Hill.
Okay.
Or I saw Clark Schmidt the first time I went in Tampa. He actually gave us 7 strong innings, only gave up 1 run, but we had 0. So we lost the game 3-1, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Bronx. We got blown out 11-1 versus the Red Sox. I went to Tampa last year. Only had 1 run against the Rays. If you're talking about a curse, Ace, this curse needs to be broken July 9th through the 11th. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. So
come on, Yanks.
If you go and we get smacked.
Oh, you'll be in the I'll join your stream. Not like physically, but I'll be in the chat. I'll be like, dude, I can't fucking believe it, man.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have a petition for Max to never go to another Yankee game.
I'm going to 2 games, the 9th and the 10th of July, so we'll see. Yeah, I said this year I'm doing 2 because if we lose 1, I can't do it again, bro. I got to see a win.
Yeah, I'm going July 13th versus the Orioles. So
for real?
I'm going to be seeing this team in Camden Yards next time we face them. Hopefully we smack them this series so I can walk in there on a high note with my jersey like, yeah. Ready for this ass whooping? Well, I haven't done the math on who's going to be pitching, so I haven't gone that far.
For us, you might see Cole, bro. You might see Cole, maybe.
I'd be okay with that.
Ken's in the multiverse right now, but he's trying to join. I don't know what's going on with Ken.
The second time we try to join today. Ken, you got to get off that 1G, bro.
Yeah, man. Come on now. I know Virginia got better Wi-Fi than that, right?
Sometimes.
I don't know. Oh, okay. It's not storming over there, right?
No, we got a military town over here, so it's like
okay.
They haven't been able to plant new cables in decades.
So let's talk about the game real quick. This is tonight's lineup for both teams: Westberg, Rushman, Mountcastle, Henderson. Damn, they're putting Gunnar in the 4th spot. Wasn't he leading off at one point? I thought he was leading off.
Yeah, remember he started off the series with a solo home run on his first swing last time we faced him.
Oh yeah, that's true. The one thing luckily we're at home because I can't stand the water hose over there spraying the fans. I'm sorry, I'd be pissed off if I got sprayed like that. Actually, in Florida, I mean, it's hot down here, so people will probably enjoy it. But
yeah, I imagine they probably got him so low because Nestor's on the mound. So,
well, I think they want him to be getting some RBI. I think that's what's going on with him. I mean, 22 home runs, 49 RBI. That's kind of crazy. But Santander, he's been hot of late. 17 homers for him now. Then you got Austin Hayes, Jorge Mateo, the speedster Jorge Mateo. Can't let him on base. But like we said, we got Wells behind the dish, not Trevino tonight. So
with the lefty Cortes too. So it's not as easy still on lefties as righties. So we've seen Cortes and Rodon both get guys in rundowns this year.
Yeah, tonight we got to come out with a nice. We're on a 2-game losing streak right now. The Orioles are on a 4-game road win streak heading into tonight. So, come on, Yanks, take care of business. Taking care of business every day.
Who needs to be the MVP of this series? Who needs to step up? I'm looking at Giancarlo Stanton and Gleyber Torres as
Ooh,
two guys that need to step up. Like not MVP, but guys need to step up.
that guy right there.
Gleyber usually LeMahieu. Okay.
Yeah.
Gleyber usually hits well against the Orioles. So,
Yeah.
would love for him to. This is your last chance, Gleyber. If you don't do shit this series, man, I'm done with you. I'm done.
No, you've been done with him.
I've been done, but I'm officially done. Like, because there are times where he comes through and I'm like, okay, I bought him a couple of games, but then he does something stupid, and I'm just like, dude, like, oh,
Robert's saying maybe you should just stay at home and stream, Max.
ooh.
No, I want to enjoy. I'm getting my brand new Judge jersey signed, baby. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
be doing. Shout out to Sydney. Got me a Judge jersey for the birthday. I'll be rocking it tonight.
Make sure you guys drop those Hand of Doom emojis.
Yes, sirski. Also, everyone, smash that like button if you haven't already. I know we haven't said it, but helps us both out. Just smash that like button into smithereens, and
I'm gonna
we
drop
love
it
you.
one more time. The link
Yeah,
one
one
more
more.
time. Last call.
Yep, last call. Who's gonna get the last call in here?
We're trying to
Got to
get
be
Ken.
18 and up.
Ken tried to come in twice. We just couldn't do it.
He's on the like you said, he's on the 1G.
Mhm.
He's struggling over there. D Ross says Ken is at a voting location today. He's the head guy in charge.
Mm.
D Rod, how you feeling, man? D Rod called it though early in Discord. He called it about Ben Rice,
Nice.
and then
David
Billo
says-
said he was smoking on something good.
Mm.
But yeah,
David
Billo-
says Stanton and Torres are least likely to do something. It's going to be Wells, Rice, and Volpe getting on, and Soto and Judge bringing them home.
well, I mean that's been the story of the season, kind of. Soto and Judge and Volpe, they've been the best hitters in this. I mean Verdugo too,
Verdugo
but
too. I was about to say Verdugo
yeah.
too. Yeah.
But those four, it's been a story. We need some other guys to step it up.
I could just imagine. I didn't get to call the game on Friday because it was rained out and I had to work. But I could just imagine the energy when Verdugo's first at bat.
Oh man, I was trying to clip it, but now it's TikTok kind of messed up the whole edits for me, man. I used to have it set up so I can have the clip down below with me up top. I can't do that anymore. But that was such a moment for him, bro.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like I was like, yeah, man. Look into Boston because he got booed.
Mhm.
I don't know. Did you see it? He got booed like crazy. And I was saying in the stream, I was like, yo, why are you booing this guy? Your team traded him.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
Like,
his fault. Yeah.
I was like, shame on you, Boston. He didn't ask to go to the Yankees. Your freaking organization traded him here, and now he's gonna let you pay.
Yep,
And he
then
did
the
that.
first pitch, take some yard, and just the energy of him going around the base path, that meant a lot to him right there. So
Yeah, Ken, his connection is crap. Well, thanks for joining us in the spirit, Ken. You're in the multiverse. Bronx Bombers in the house. I can see Nestor getting rocked tonight. O's lineup is very good. Yeah, we touched on it earlier. I mean, Cortes does better in New York, so hopefully we see that Cortes. But I mean, like you said, the Orioles lineup is scary.
Yep. Bats got to get going though. At the end of the day, Nestor can give up 2 runs but the bats get going, we should be fine. But and on top of that, the guys that are still in the bullpen also have to pitch well because, like I said, we're dealing with some bullpen problems now. So,
Boy Wonder says Soto and Judge need to have a big series. Yeah, I mean, if those two aren't going to have a big series, then we're in trouble, honestly.
Because that kind of goes without saying too. We need them to go off consistently, which they have for the most part. It's the reason why we're the best team in the league right now, because Soto and Judge are Soto and Judge.
Yeah. Pete's saying, I say Juan Soto needs to step up. He didn't play well last series. I'm not worried about. I'm never worried about Soto. But yeah, I mean, Pete, like if Judge and Soto don't do well, then we're in trouble.
Yep.
But those guys, they've been doing well all season, so it's kind of like I kind of walk into a series saying these guys are gonna be there. So if they don't, then we're in trouble.
Yep. David says Cortes will deliver a quality start. He just needs run support. I'll take quality start. I'll take 6. I mean,
6
he got
and
into some
3
trouble
or
last
less
time.
runs.
Yeah, he got in some trouble last time and still gave us some length.
Yeah.
So pause.
I was waiting for that.
You're waiting for the length. Pause. You got to say pause.
Appreciate everybody joining us, man. Sunday after the game, are you good for another episode?
Yeah, we should be good to go. Let's see what time.
Yeah, I think it's at 1:30.
Yeah, these two. We haven't called the show because the last two Sunday night games. Well, we got the one in early.
Yeah.
But the Sunday night games are always a little bit difficult. But yeah, we should be good to go against.
It was just
Atlanta.
difficult with the birthday this weekend and stuff. So
Yeah, Max is turning old, so he had to go out and celebrate. No,
Yeah.
he's in bed before 10 o'clock. So now.
yeah. Yesterday I was. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. I was like, I'm tired, man. I'm tired, boss. But yeah, Sunday we'll be back for episode 13. Hopefully we'll be talking about a week worth of Yankee victories. I know sweeps are gonna be tough, but before we head out, Ace, what do you want the Yankees to be this week? I'm saying 5-1. I think we're gonna sweep the Atlanta Braves, but we're gonna lose one to the Orioles.
I'm gonna go 4-2 this week. I'm gonna say 2 back-to-back series wins, 4-2. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'm trying to see. Let's see who Baltimore's playing next too. But
let me ask you this:
Mhm.
What game out of this series are the Yankees gonna lose? If you say you said you're gonna lose. Well, I said we're gonna lose 1-2. So I think we do. It's gonna be this game.
I think it could be tonight as well. I could either see us losing tonight, or maybe Cole getting a no decision and losing that start tomorrow. Like the bullpen letting us down a little bit. But tonight I could definitely see. In Atlanta, I have to look to see who we're going against. But we'll probably drop at least one of those. Maybe the Friday one, coming off the hype of this series, and then maybe letting one slip away, winning Saturday and Sunday, and right before the off day next Monday. But yeah, there's no Orioles aren't teams that are facing the Orioles haven't been doing us any favors either. They're going against Houston next.
No.
So,
well, I mean,
Houston,
we thought
Moses
Philly
here.
was gonna help us.
No, they didn't.
They
No.
freaking lost. The Orioles beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, my God. And then the Braves before them, I was like, okay, the Orioles got a tough little week. Nope, they took care of business.
So we got to do like Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself. Let's go Yankees.
And just snap them,
Yep.
snap them out of existence. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for all hanging out today. I always say tonight. Every time I stream, I don't. It could be
Tonight.
11 a.m. I'll say tonight.
It's tonight
But-
somewhere.
Yep, that's true. Shout out to the Philippines. It's almost 5 a.m. over there, so good morning. But we'll be back Sunday after Game 3 of the Brave series. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe on both channels, and ring the bell so you get notified when we do go live. Ace will be live tonight calling the game. I'll be live tonight calling the game on both our respectable channels. And hey, you know what's coming up, Ace?
The Mets.
The Subway Series. That's the series
Hey.
that we call the games together.
That's right. A lot
So-
of people been asking about that, so we got to get that going.
Yep. Be
So,
on the lookout. It's gonna be a fun Subway series.
I have to go get that hat for Aaron Jacobs and have him come on the stream because he owes me that. That should be interesting. Have him come on. It is your idea to have him come on for the Mets and Yankees real quick. So
Yeah, he can be like our little, like, you know how the ESPN has a little guest, like the Manning cast.
Mhm.
He can be like a one inning guest. All right, y'all.
So-
I'll see y'all in a couple of hours. It's always love, peace, chicken grease on Max Coverage TV and on the Ace Avenue. See you all next week. We're out of here. Peace. And always, and I mean always, go